Hey everybody, welcome to Almapura Awakenings. My name's Nikki. I'm so glad you're joining me here today. Let's keep moving forward with our chakra system. Today we are going to talk about the solar plexus. The element in the solar plexus is fire. It puts out a little bit of yellowish color. The solar plexus is a description of your self-identification, your creativity. It's how you describe yourself in the world, whether or not you're living up to your own promises that you make to yourself. And I want to talk about the solar plexus chakra in a way that your spirit utilizes it to communicate with you. So a little bit ago, when we talked about the heart chakra and how the heart chakra carries the element of air and puts off a greenish pink color. At least I think I talked about that in the last video. If I didn't, now you know that the heart chakra puts off like a greenish pinkish light, and the element that's connected to the heart chakra is air. But today we are talking about the solar plexus, which puts off a yellowish color, deals with self-identification, and the element is fire. Sometimes when our spirit self communicates with us, our spirit self can communicate with us in the solar plexus. And this could feel like butterflies in the stomach. It could feel like a little bit of clenching in the stomach. You may even get some cramping in the stomach. You may have like an excitable feeling in the stomach. You may even feel some sense of nervousness or anxiety in your stomach. So there is a way that our spirit can communicate with us through the solar plexus. So let's say I'm walking into a meeting, and I do remember this distinct meeting I had when I worked years ago in corporate America. I had to give a peer review type of meeting, so I had to present the application that I had developed with my peers. And I remember walking down the hallway to go into the meeting, and I was freaking out. Like, my stomach was a mess. I was so nervous. I could barely breathe. This anxiety was happening in my stomach. I felt so nervous, and my heart started pounding, and this energy just went from my solar plexus all the way to my chest and then to my throat, and then I felt like I couldn't talk, and it was just like a lot was happening in my solar plexus. So I actually went outside, took a little minute to myself, said some prayers, and I couldn't figure out what my problem was. Like, why can't I present this? Why am I freaking out so much? How come I can't seem to communicate? And this feeling in my solar plexus and my stomach was just, I was a ball of nerves. That's the best way that I could describe it. So as I was sitting there getting ready to go into the meeting, I kind of did this little prayer meditation thing that only takes literally like 5 minutes, and you just kind of recenter yourself. And as I was recentering myself and trying to like calm down so I could effectively present the topic and present the application that I had written, I heard in my spirit kind of put into my mind that what I was actually experiencing at that moment was I was in fear that what I described myself to be was going to be challenged, and potentially I wasn't going to live up to what I had described myself to be. So our spirit can communicate with us through the solar plexus by kind of activating it, sending some vibration there. But if that happens to us, it means that we are in fear that the outside world is going to challenge our own self-description. I said I was a software engineer, I was a senior application developer, I said I knew how to write this program, it was a project I was tasked to do, and I had to present that to my peers whose job was to pick it apart. So actually what my spirit was trying to let me know is, hey, you told everybody, and your self-description is that you're a software engineer. Your self-description is that you wrote an effective program here. This is how you are defining yourself in the world. And now that definition that you have described to the rest of the world is about to be challenged by your peers. So it's really my spirit's way of saying, hey, did you cross all your T's, dot all your I's? Do you know that the way that you described yourself, are you sure? Did you do everything you were supposed to do? Are you ready to present what you have promised people that you are. And sometimes when we get this sensation through our solar plexus, or we get those nerves or those anxious vibrations in our solar plexus, it's really just our spirit warning us and telling us, hey, review the process. Are you sure you did what you said you were going to do? Are you sure you are what you said you are? Because when you go before people to present something or to connect with people, even in a social experience, the way you self-describe, the way that you present yourself could potentially be challenged by the outside world. And you might be walking into a situation or experiencing a situation that can occur. So pay attention next time you get those little nervous butterflies in your stomach, and ask yourself, am I living up to what I promised myself? Is somebody about to challenge what I told them I am and who I told them I am? And when you really work that out, you will be amazed that nervousness in your stomach goes away, because it's almost like a biofeedback for your analytical self, that when you get to that point where you're feeling that nervousness, you can very effectively and easily solve what the problem is, and that takes away the anxiety, takes away those vibrations in the solar plexus chakra. So that's our solar plexus chakra. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. You can find me at almapura.com, and maybe you'll schedule a session and we can do a chakra review with you and just find out what is going on in your chakra system. Thanks so much again for joining. Look forward to the next time. Bye.